Alright, this is my first vlog entry. Let me know what y'all think. Um, there will be more to come and more on other things rather than motivation. It's just me. Have you ever been stuck? I've been stuck many times, and if it wasn't for me believing in something, I would have never have gotten out. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to change my clothes because it's getting hot. I guess you can sum up this blog in saying it's about belief. Belief has played various roles in different parts of my life, and it has gotten me out of tough situations where I had to believe something would happen for it to happen. Believing is very important to achieve in anything. Once you're trying to do something great or be exceptional at it or be good at it, you must have to believe first before you can do it. I was in a very tough place at one point in time. I couldn't work, I couldn't go to school, I couldn't do anything. And it was not a matter of me not doing enough, but I just could not get it done because of different things that were blocking me. It wasn't until I started to believe that I can achieve something greater. Things made sense. I had a purpose, I had a mission, a goal. My mission was to attend university. This was very difficult because I had no money to achieve this. I had no rich parents to lend me the money. I had no way of getting a scholarship because it was very difficult to attain this scholarship. I didn't have particularly awesome grades. I was just stuck in this place of not being able to do anything. I had nothing to lose, and having nothing to lose is a very, very important key. It wasn't until I began to believe that I can achieve this dream or this goal, things began to change. It wasn't until then, now that I had this belief that I could achieve this with no sponsorship, no backing, I started making plans to achieve this. I started to think, what do I need to get done first before I could get the next step done? Now, the first thing I needed to do was not get money, not seek people. I needed to be accepted into the university, and that's the first thing I did. Now that I got my application in, it was time to try and get money, which was the largest obstacle that I had to face. I had to go and speak to people. Now, this was a particularly difficult thing for me to do. It was a skill that I had to learn, how to approach people and ask them for help. Before moving on to the next step of achieving your goal is you have to work on things that are blocking you. Work on the things that you have in your way that is blocking yourself from achieving it. And I had to accept that some people will say no, and you have to be willing to hear no. You have to be believing so much in your dream that you would give it everything, even when people say no. I remember speaking to one woman. I've worked with this lady before, and she knows me as a person. She knows my character. I was asking her whether her company would be willing to sponsor me, if not all, some of the money that I would need to go to university. She giggled, she snickered, as if what I was doing was crazy, it was ludicrous. I think that was my first harsh no or dismissal, and that shook me up for a while. Why should I continue doing this? The deadline to start contacting the university with regards to accepting the offer was approaching, and I accepted the offer without any money. I accepted the offer without knowledge of anything that I can do to achieve this financial support. So whenever you want to get something done as well, you have to believe you can achieve it, then make plans to achieve it, and do the first thing. And now I needed to plan every other step that I need to get to make this dream possible. For many people, this is not a big goal. This is not a major thing to achieve or to do. But for me, it was impossible until I believed it was possible. Fast forward a few months, I have to make a decision now whether to keep my application open, meaning defer it to the next year, or just cancel everything and go look for something else. go look for another way to make success happen. I transferred my application to the following year in hopes that the next year I can achieve this dream of going away to university. I began looking at YouTube videos on how I can better myself as a person in order to pitch to different people for them to believe in my dream to go to university and actually invest into it. I think that was the smartest decision that I ever made because it helped me sharpen my skills as well as knowing exactly what I want to do in detail. There are many resources online you can just look for in order to help you develop yourself. But you have to believe that it is possible for you to achieve, and then you seek the means and seek the knowledge and the wisdom in order to get there. Yeah, so now it's coming up on the other year. Now it's coming up on the year that if I don't go away this year, that's it, I can't make it. And also, my time was up. I've exhausted all of my resources within the island, so I had to go back home to Guyana, where I was born, and maybe look for a way to get investors there or get a job. And there were more opportunities in the islands for me. So going back home meant less opportunities, but the hunger stayed there, the grind stayed there, the desire to go away stayed there. I left the islands. I left all of the opportunities that I could have received. I left all of the things that I could have gotten because there was nothing left that I could do. So I had to make my way back home in Guyana. Fast forward a few months into staying in Guyana, I got an email, and the very last person that I spoke to in the Virgin Islands asking for a way to get sponsorship was the person that emailed me that I've gotten through with an application that I made for a scholarship. That was my breakthrough, and that is my story for believing. So, as William Arthur Ward said, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it.